We're here with Colleen and Paul. Thanks so much for taking the time, guys.
Pleasure's all ours.
The record is very cool because it's low key, and I love the harmonies, and I like the stuff that you guys write about. It sounds like you guys have fun when you put pen to paper and write songs.
Yeah, it's tremendous fun.
That's the fun part, yeah. The writing, yeah. The other stuff's not so much fun.
Which stuff? Wow,
right into
insight
it.
right at the top.
Well, you know, the stuff of like, we don't have a manager or an agent, and you know, he doesn't have a driver's license, and it's just all of
Why are you
this
just calling it
stuff.
out?
Yeah, well, we were talking before the cameras were rolling. So,
Right.
But, yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. I like to play. Yeah, it's really fun to write the songs and you know, like recording is that's the funnest thing because at that point there's like there's any possibility like that it could happen with it, and as soon as you start doing things, it's like
The writing's pretty fun. It's pretty playful, and it's anything
Fun.
goes, and
Right.
nothing's pre-planned or organized, and it just happens, and it's alive, and yeah.
And the production was all done at Paul's house, right? Or in his studio?
yeah, I call my studio Malamute.
Malamute, yeah.
And
Did you see the new Sadie's t-shirt? It's got a Malamute on it. I'll get you
Yeah.
one of those for your birthday. Tomorrow.
Better hurry up.
I know, it's tomorrow. Yeah,
Um,
Malamute Studios.
How did you guys meet? Because the chemistry just seems perfect. And it doesn't seem forced or any of that. And it just, I mean, even just talking to you guys, it seems rather obvious that you guys have been getting on for a long time. But how did you meet, and how did this project come together?
I got an email from Colleen asking for guitar lessons, and we
I saw him play, and I thought, wow.
I was playing at the Rivoli with.
A scribbled out man.
Yeah, but I mean with somebody that Colleen went, Brian Borchard, that you went to
Oh,
see.
yeah, Brian
And then I got an
was-
email from Colleen asking for guitar lessons, and then we ended up composing a song as an exercise within the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the guitar lesson to show how to use chords or whatever. And then, from there, I started playing drums, and we had a duo that was like,
And then I started playing drums.
yeah,
That was
it was
like-
basically a duo that was like, really loud guitars, and we toured like that.
Distortion.
And we didn't survive our first tour as a duo. And then we broke up for a while, and then we got back together and wrote some more songs with acoustic guitar, and which is much more malleable and easy to do
Right.
than to
Yeah.
drag around big amps and guitar and drums, and
Yeah.
it's way less harsh. It's nice.
Yeah.
In your bio, you mentioned all the great duos, Simon and Garfunkel, and there's a few others. But the thing that got me was the Laurel and Hardy thing, that it's not just about making music for you guys.
That was my
I'm
idea.
like, who wrote that? I don't really.
Because you guys, I mean, it's obvious to people who are watching this now that it's not something that you guys are taking too seriously, right? Or
Right.
you don't take-
Colleen
Yeah,
takes it really
I do.
seriously.
I take
Do
it
you?
really seriously. I take everything
don't.
I do really seriously. That's probably part of my astrological thing. Yeah, I just really believe in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I want to do it my best.
Right.
And I'm putting myself in it. And I don't know what he's doing yet. But
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
yeah.
I have trouble taking
I
things.
barely got him
But
here.
you're having fun doing it. I mean, you're taking
Yeah.
it seriously, but you're
Oh,
having
yeah.
fun doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriousness to me, if it's not fun, then I won't bother.
Right.
You know, there's no time to waste in life. You have to have a nice time. I mean, you know, you learn from the stuff that's not so nice, but it's,
Touring must be simple because you just hop in a car with the guitars and go. What
We
this
often have a
record-
band too.
Right.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I've played in other bands where you're packed in like sardines, and you have
Right.
all the gear and the load in and the load out, and getting
Right.
5 people together. And we generally don't rehearse. And it is 2 acoustic guitars. Occasionally, we bring a drummer and a
Right.
bass player. We got little DI boxes, so you bring an amp sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's sometimes we use a bass player
Yeah.
and drummer, and that's actually kind of I like that too. But
Yeah.
you know, recently we just started gigging as a duo, and that's actually like
It's been fun.
it's actually workable. It makes me want to play lower notes or something.
Yeah, makes me want to sing higher ones.
Yeah,
I
totally.
sing all the low notes. But the touring, like I book all the tours, but we
Right.
don't have an agent right now. There's
Right.
a few people that have kind of stepped up, and
Yeah.
I think it'd be great to work with any and all of them. And we don't have a manager either. And so what's difficult is all of the pre-production that has to happen
Right.
and advancing. That's the work that I would love to have the people that do that join us and
Right.
slice up a bit of the pie. But touring is pretty awesome. It's exhausting, driving and no
What's
budget.
next? The record comes out in the States and in Japan, and then what's next for you guys?
I'm looking at 2 weeks in November in the UK Highlands and Ireland
wow.
as just there's someone over there who's very interested. There's interest, but generally over there you have to go through the showcase thing and then
Right.
you get in the festivals. And, but they're talking about fast tracking it and maybe getting us on a good bill just to see how it does.
Cool.
So we might hop over across the sea just to try it out, a little research. What do you think, Paul? Can we go to England? November?
Yeah,
I feel
if it
good.
wasn't for too long.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2
Yeah.
weeks. Why not?
why not? Yeah, I've never been.
It's cold.
It's a gift to you on your birthday.
Yeah. Oh, let me.
Yeah,
let
it's my
me
birthday
take you to England.
tomorrow.
Yeah. You've never been to Europe?
You've never been to Europe? Have you been off mainland Canada?
No,
Wow.
I don't think so. I've been to the United States last
Right.
month.
Yeah. We saw the ocean the first time together. He
Mhm.
did. I mean, I'd seen the ocean, but on our Jack and Ginger rock duo tour, I had no idea.
Oh, that was the rock duo, Jackie and Ginger?
Jack and Ginger. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're not so good with names. are we?
That's
Oh,
very
no.
inventive that you're just going with names.
Well,
Yeah.
that one was a drink. We happened to be. Your wife was drinking whiskey
Heavily,
and ginger
yeah.
ale, and he likes ginger ale, and I like whiskey, and
So there you go.
it made sense. Maybe get a tour sponsorship or something, but that didn't happen. It's-
There seems to be some kind of folk, I don't want to say revival because that's so tacky, but there seems to be this folk alt country thing happening, specifically in Canada with Canadian songwriters and singer-songwriters. And you guys fit with this record, certainly in that thing. What do you attribute that to? Is there anything specific?
I attribute it to my childhood. Like, to me, that kind of music, and I'm sure it's the same for a whole generation of people that are doing that right now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's probably not that case for Colleen as a
Yeah, I'm like,
American girl, but as a Canadian, that kind of music is really hard not to do. Like, it's,
Right.
you know, you grow up listening to that kind of, like that music of the 60s, Ian and Sylvia, Gordon Lightfoot, you know, you know, it's, I feel like we all grew up doing it, and it's just something you want to do. Like, you can't get away from it.
Right.
And that's not the only kind of music I do. You
Right.
know, I do a lot of different things, but to me, like, that's a really important part of Canadian music. It's almost the kind of music that Canada invented in a way, and it's specialized. The country kind of has specialized in inventing, and it's. I don't even think of it as folk music because a lot of the lyrics are, you know, like if you look at the original Canadian, a lot of the lyrics are not, you know, protest, or they're
Right.
not about telling stories of the
The fight.
yeah,
Or they're
prospectors
not
and like
socio-political.
nah, they're loves, you know, they're basically pop songs but written with acoustic guitars and
Right.
picking in a trio format. So that kind of music is like, you know, I definitely probably forced us to do that just because I wanted to get into that.
Well, it's
Kinda-
good for me because I've never sang lead before. I've never heard my own voice, and so starting on that, because I've always played in rock bands or
Right.
punk bands or something, but going back to the kind of basics of, but I don't think we're alt country.
No, it's more. This
It's,
is more like a mid
definitely
'60s
folk.
Folkish.
folk pop.
Yeah, folk pop.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you have to say the F word, you know,
Yeah,
that's fine with me. But to me, that kind of music has always just sounded like just music, you know,
Right.
because that's what its strength is too. Like it's folk, you know, but it's not easily definable because the lyrics are about, you know, personal things. I don't know. Long answer.
Yeah, good answer.
Good answer.
Awesome.
Well, Paul, happy
Really?
birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Good luck with getting maybe a manager to help you out and figure out what you want to
Thanks.
do next.
Any
and
suggestions?
yeah, well, we can do that
You meet
Yeah.
lots of people.
after.
We should stop
And
talking about that stuff.
That's okay.
Please call them and
Yeah.
continued success. I love the record, and
Thank you.
England. We'll see you in November. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.